Would you give up your college dream to save your sister's husband? When my dad passed away last year, my whole world changed. He was my only parent. My mom was never in the picture, and my older sister and I were left to figure life out without him. Dad left us both an inheritance, and I knew right away what mine was for: college. I've always dreamed of becoming a doctor. I don't even know which branch yet, but medicine has always been the path I wanted. That money was supposed to give me a shot at that future. My sister, on the other hand, spent her inheritance differently. She and her husband used it on new cars and house renovations. I don't judge her for how she spent it. She's older, married, has a kid, and wanted to build her life the way she wanted. But the thing is, I couldn't even live with her after Dad died. My brother-in-law didn't want me there, so I've been living with my aunt. I've never been close with my brother-in-law. Even before Dad passed, he made backhanded comments about him, mocking his illness, and he even caused a scene at the funeral. Everyone excused it because he's sick and he can't help it. But to me, it just showed a lack of respect. That was the start of the distance between my sister and me. Recently, my sister's been coming around a lot more. Her husband's health is getting worse. He's been in and out of the hospital with heart problems, and now he needs surgery. Every visit turned into her venting about his condition, and more, she started hinting about my inheritance. I brushed it off at first, but eventually she came right out and asked me if I could help pay for the surgery. She promised she'd pay me back within a year, but I know her. I know their finances. There's no way she could return that kind of money before I need to start paying tuition. I'm taking a gap year, but medical school isn't cheap, and if I give her that money, I may never get it back, and that would mean throwing away the future I've worked for. So I said no. That's when everything exploded. My sister had a complete meltdown in my aunt's living room. She called me heartless, selfish, cruel. She shouted that I cared more about education than about someone's life. She asked if I'd really be okay watching her become a widow, watching my nephew grow up without a father. It didn't stop there. She started texting me pictures of her family, her husband, their kid, captioned with messages like, "This is what you're saying no to." She told me that if I didn't help, our relationship would never recover, that I'd lose her forever. My aunt stayed out of the fight, but she quietly warned me that refusing might cause permanent damage between me and my sister. And for a moment, I broke down. I cried. I wondered if I was being selfish. Maybe I really was a terrible sister. Maybe I was letting my nephew down. But then I thought about everything again. My friend pointed out something I hadn't wanted to admit. If my sister and her husband can afford new cars and house renovations, then they can afford to sell those things to pay for the surgery. They made choices with their inheritance that prioritized comfort over security. I didn't. And now they expect me to sacrifice my entire future to cover for them. It's not fair. I want to be a doctor. That dream is all I've held on to since Dad passed away. And I know deep down that my dad left me that money for this exact reason, to give me a chance. If I hand it over, it's gone forever. My sister might swear she'll pay me back, but she won't. And then what happens to me? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for her husband to get sick, and I can't be the one who pays the price. So yes, I told her no, and maybe she'll never forgive me. Maybe our relationship will never be the same, but I'd rather carry that guilt than throw away the future my dad wanted for me.